Hello everyone, my name is General Fancy Pants, and welcome back to Deponia. When we last left off, we talked a lot to Doc here, and we really need to get back here. Let's just see if we can take this other leg.
One leg's enough.
Okay, so he gives a bunch of clues about some things, and, well, about women actually, but the clues were more about, I think, a puzzle that's going to be coming up here soon. So, let's continue to the outer turn here. Ultimately, what we're looking to do here
Boy,
is...
oh boy, it's dark in here. Luckily, I have mastered the high art of sonar orientation. I just have to listen to the sound waves reflecting from the walls, and phew, I can see like a bat. This is a wall, no doubt about it. Ha! Finally, some light! Huh? The darkness must have distorted the sound waves. I don't have any other explanation.
Okay, so we can't get in there yet. We already looked at the horizon, but let's take a look at it one more time.
Tetanus-inducing rust?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, so goal is a couple of screens over. Excuse me, and we need to get her onto this side. I can go back and show you guys. So here's where we came from, right here in this tunnel. And there's Goal sitting there, and obviously the bridge is out right there, so we can't really do anything. So let's go back to the tunnel, and let's see if we can maybe fix this car here, or the mine bike. Excuse me. We do have the avial power inverter, so let's put that onto the car, or the mine bike, because it's that's what the doc said how to fix it.
let's give it a try. Whoops. Oh, it's always the same with these ravioli inverters. I hope it's still functional.
Okay. Let's see if we can find that thing in the junk heap that just...
Where's it gone? Oh, there, and there, and there, and here's another part that looks the same. Damn, what's supposed to be a part of it and what isn't?
Okay. We have... Alright, we have muffs. Basically, different colored muffs. We have bushings. And we have bevels. We also have a corpus, or a edged corpus, a spherical corpus, and a conical corpus. Hint 1, hint 2, hint 3. These are the hints I think that the doc was talking about. Let's just take one of these hints.
You can attach a screw bushing to a spherical body, but never a clamp bushing to a cubical one.
Okay. So we have a clamp bushing, a screw on a bushing, and push on bushing. Alright, so that's one clue. So that's all of these. So everything he says is part of this puzzle here. And let's try the hint 2. So this is all of his advice on women, but it's actually how you solve this puzzle.
As long as the mauve muff has to stay attached to the cubical body, there will never be an avial power inverter with a mauve muff.
Alright, so here's the mauve one.
A dorsal power inverter still has more spokes on the bevel than a binossial one.
Oh, here's the spokes. Okay, so there's 4 spokes, 3 spokes, and 1 spoke, basically. Or however you want to, or 2 spokes, I mean.
A dorsal power inverter still has more spokes on the bevel than a binossial one.
Okay.
4 spokes, screws, 2 spokes, clamps.
Alright. So 4 spokes, screws, 2 spokes, clamps. So I guess in this we have to use this one with this one. But where do these go? So let's see here. I think we need this one on here based on his clue. And then this one is right here. And then this one will go right here then. Alright, and then, so that's the first hint.
You can attach a screw bushing to a spherical body, but never a clamp bushing to a cubical one.
So this is one of those kind of logic puzzle games where it'll give you a couple clues, but not all the clues. You know, if you have... It's kind of like if you have those grid puzzles, basically. So you have to kind of match up with what you know. And then, kind of by process of elimination, you can figure out the rest of it. So let's go ahead and hit number 2.
As long as the mauve muff has to stay attached to the cubical body, there will never be an avial power inverter with a mauve muff.
Alright, so let's put the mauve muff onto the cube one here. Kind of looks like these almost match the shapes. If you kind of look at it, these are circular and this one's kind of more square. I don't know if that's just because of the way they drew it, but this one's more square too. So let's put the green one here and then the blue one here, since the blue one obviously can't go here. Alright, and then for the third hint,
a dorsal power inverter still has more spokes on the bevel than a binomial one.
and then the fourth hint.
4 spokes, screws, 2 spokes, clamps.
Okay, so with that information, we can put the 2 one with the clamp here.
Ha! I can build a power inverter in my sleep.
Because-
Off into the inventory with it. I wonder if I can assemble a second one.
And then the 4 spoke screws, which I suppose will go on maybe the spherical one.
Not bad, Rufus. You're a natural. I'll just assemble the third one real quick. There! I bet the doc couldn't have done it as brilliantly as me.
Okay. So now we have an avial power inverter. Let's take a look at it.
What did Doc say?
Rufus, always remember, a power inverter inverts the power. If you implant an inverter, that gadget's function will be inverted. But why am I telling you all this? You, Rufus, are the most brilliant handyman in the universe. Someone should name a planet after you.
Ah, good old Doc.
Alright, let's take a look at the dorsal power inverter.
What did Doc say?
Rufus. Oh, if you implant, but why am I?
Okay.
Someone should.
So that's all the same stuff no matter what. So we have a avial, a dorsal, and a binomial. So I'm guessing that's dependent on where they go on the bike, possibly? But he did say that the bike was missing the avial power converter, so let's just use it on that.
And sit tight. Ha! I mean, of course it does. It's a piece of cake for a pro.
Alright, let's drive the mine bike.
Let's give it a try.
Should work now.
Like a kitten with asthma. A cool, exploding asthma kitten.
Alright, let's set off to... where do we want to go? I suppose we can go off to the...
Off we go! Yippee! Whoa, a lever! Woohoo! Wow, what a ride! Wonder where I am. Hey, wait a second. This looks exactly like the starting point, only I'm facing the other direction. Huh. They must have arranged the tracks symmetrically, or I must have gone in a circle.
Either way, we probably went in a circle. What is this now? A switch. Ah, okay.
I knew this would happen.
Alright. What do we have going on here? We have a control panel.
Yep, all clear. I don't have any trouble with pasta recipes.
This looks like maybe how the switches are currently placed, I guess. I'm guessing, because it kind of looks like that. We have a key box. Yeah, we have the mine bike. Just gonna hit the... Let's go to the tunnel first before we do anything. And let's take this button. Or press the button, okay.
Here! There really was a secret passage. I wonder where it leads. Top notch!
Excuse me. Alright, so now we can go up and down without the bike. That's really nice. How about the lever? Okay.
All signals are on go, so why am I still here?
Ah, man. Can't stand. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. To the control center. Alright, let's try this key box here.
Locked.
Alright, let's switch this lever. I'm guessing that means stop then.
All signals are on stop. As if that could slow me down.
As if. Alright, so let's see here. What else is over here? We can't actually go out there. Just gonna hit the space bar in here because I'm not seeing everything, I don't think. Oh, there's a button right here. Oh, I didn't see that. And there's a cloth.
A dirty old rag. Every respectable handyman has one of these.
Yep. And now we have one. Let's take a look at this button or press it.
This says I haven't loaded enough trash to be able to switch the points. That doesn't matter though. I can't take off without goal anyway.
Okay. Should we set off? Not yet. Or we can, okay.
Yippee! Yaha! Again, the lever!
Okay. So that just does that. That didn't really actually change anything.
Locked.
Alright. To the tunnel. Alright. I guess let's head back down. And head back to here. Now that we actually have things set up to potentially get goal. Not really sure though what we're supposed to be doing here because we need this key to open up that key box. This key right here on the skeleton. I wonder if we could just use the leg of the skeleton on the key.
No, doesn't fit. And once again, I'm one step closer to solving the mystery of the peculiar key.
You know, he's like really close to it. I wonder if we could just take it. Oh man, I always make stuff more complicated than it has to be. Alright, let's go up here. Into the control room. Let's see if the key will actually work on this box. And we have a wrench.
A hex key for hex nuts, the nerd amongst tools.
Alright. Let's go back down. If you remember before in the last episode, Doc was saying that in order to basically work the best as a handyman, you need some booze. So let's take a swig of that.
I was talking about one sip, not the whole bottle.
Did I tell you that I have herpes?
What the? So what's the big idea drinking from my bottle? I'm a doctor. Amongst other things, I can't afford any disfiguring infectious diseases. Who'd be willing to undergo brain surgery if I had one?
Yeah, who would?
Wipe the bottleneck clean at once and thoroughly.
Okie dokie.
Alright, we do have our cloth here, even though it's dirty.
Clean. Now I have a cloth soaked in alcohol.
Alright. I can only imagine what we're going to use that on. Let's see if this wrench will work on the maintenance hatch. Alright, I can't see what's in there. Ah, a fuse. Okay. We can probably use the... I just thought of this just now. We can probably use the cloth on the dirty mirror now.
Hi there. Do you come here often?
And now we have a polished mirror.
Well, the frame's a bit dinky, but I like the motif.
Alright. Not sure what we're going to use that mirror for yet. I was just seeing if we needed that other leg, if we lost the leg, but we didn't. So, we need to get light into this tunnel. But how do we do that? We can probably... Let's open up the signaling light base here. Let's put the brighter bulb, the halogen light, in there. This is probably how we're going to get our light. Yep, there it is. So now we have a nice, very bright light. I suppose what we'll do is we'll just put the mirror probably on the skeleton, I would assume.
Don't drop it, you hear?
Doesn't really look like light is going into the tunnel yet, though. It's a little too low. The light's up here, the mirror's down here, so we need to raise it somehow. Let's see. We need one of these power inverters, I think. Maybe the... We have a dorsal and a binozzle. Let's try the dorsal one.
Let's see, if I install the power inverter here, the signal is doing the exact opposite of what the signal light is showing.
Okay.
Excellent.
Sweet. I guess maybe it doesn't matter which inverter I use. I suppose not, it's just a power inverter, it just inverts power. So is there light in there?
Huh, the bright light stabilizes the sound waves. I can see in the dark. Ouch.
Kind of. Alright, we have a bottle here.
Hey, there's still something in there. This is still half full. Only a beetle.
Yuck. Alright, here's the lever.
The lever for the points, detached and discarded. It was probably the signalman's last wish for the mine bike to never roll again. Well, he didn't reckon on me.
No, he did not. I don't think anyone reckons on you, Rufus. So now we have a lever, and we kind of know where to go with that. Since there is this lever shunting box here, or shunting lever boxes. Let's put the lever in here. And what this will probably do, I'm assuming, is change the direction.
No dice without the mine bike.
Alright, let's go get the mine bike. Where is the mine bike? Oh yeah, it's up here. Alright, into the bike. And off we go. Alright. Now let's try the shunting lever. So that should put the bike onto the other track. There we go. Now, let's get on the bike. There you go. And let's head off to here. Alright, so now let's set back to the position to go back into the tunnel. Alright, so we have our fuse. Where is it? There it is. Let's put the fuse in the box. Let's hit the crane lever.
Child's play. Ready? Go! Crap! Oh, damn! What's wrong with me? I'm usually totally laid back.
Uh-huh.
It must be the fumes from the mine. How can Doc stand them? Huh, I better go and ask him.
Alright, I guess that means that we need to go see the doc again. Or do we just take the bottle?
Break a thing for luck? I don't need luck. I've got expertise.
Alright, so now we have the... We have the crane all operational again, but gold, that didn't work out so well. Let's see. I guess we need to go back to Doc and take another swig of the alcohol. So we relax.
And what's this supposed to be? I can't afford any disfiguring infectious diseases, so please stop that.
Alright, so we can't... Can we use the empty bottle on the booze?
Will you cut that out? You can have a sip if you want to. That doesn't mean that you can siphon the whole bottle.
So why don't you make yourself clearer next time?
Exactly. Alright. Let's see, how do we get... How do we get the alcohol from Doc? Let's talk to Doc.
Hi there.
Huh? What? Oh, hello.
Since we said we wanted to talk to Doc, I guess it's not as easy as taking the alcohol from him.
I have some more challenges.
Keep 'em coming.
Alright, I'm too fidgety.
Doc, I'm a little highly strung.
I can see that. Look at you. The hands, the eyes, the hair.
Huh?
You should do something about it. Unrest is a handyman's death. If I get too twitchy, I meditate.
Meditate?
Yes. You should try it for yourself. Like this. Lodge your leg behind your head and fixate on a point on the horizon. Wait, I'll show you.
Alright, let's
Choose a point on the horizon and stare at it.
okay, we'll just take that.
That's right. Can you see how everything gets more focused and how the colors are more lively?
What the
I
heck?
have fixated on that strange blue shape to the right. Now I let my eyes wander to the north until I see a blue pole. Now I gaze far over to the west to that green thing. And then in a straight line to this blue thing down there. And then, finally, whoa, I'm already utterly entranced. In any case, You have to tell the world who you are. I am a river. After that, I take a good swig from my hip flask, and I'm all relaxed. Got everything?
That's interesting because you can see the shapes now of the letters. All of these little shapes make letters here. That's what he was seeing. So yeah, he's like R-I-V. And then I think there's an E down here or something, and then back to the R again. So he's a river. So let's alright, let's try and use the empty bottle now that we know how to meditate.
Will you cut that out? You can have a sip if you want to. That doesn't mean that you can siphon the whole bottle.
So why don't you make yourself clearer next time?
Alright. Let's have Doc
Hi
meditate.
there.
Huh? What? Oh,
Let's have Doc meditate again,
I have some...
keep 'em.
so that while he's meditating we can sneak some booze, basically.
Could you show me how to...
Of course. Just lodge your leg like this.
That's so funny. Alright, so while he's doing that, let's
Choose a point
sneak
on the
that.
horizon and stare at it. Just take it in. Fix your eyes on the horizon.
Okay.
Choose a point on the horizon and stare at it.
Let's
Just take it in.
go back in.
What's wrong? You're not fixating at all.
Let's go back to the crane. Now, let's try to meditate. Oh, I see. There's the letters right there. And there's a couple right here, too.
All right. Fixate horizon. Concentrate. And... Oh, tetanus. This is comfy. There's no way I can concentrate like this. Oh, I must be doing something wrong.
Okay, that didn't work. Alright, let's click on the, let's see, I guess the seat.
You're not supposed to put things on the rear shelf if you're planning to break.
Alright. Let's see, is there anything else here? Let's hit the spacebar once.
Oh, crap. No. Oh,
That's so funny. And terrible.
Doc lied to me. I mean, I did everything right, didn't I?
Alright, so we need to do this in a certain order then. So first... Oh, we have to put our... Okay, that's what he said. He said put your leg behind your head. So let's put the... and he said that you can't put anything on the back of the seat. So let's put this leg on the behind her head.
I knew it all along. You don't need yoga if you're resourceful.
Alright, so now we have our leg behind her head. And then what? Focus on the horizon.
Leg behind the head? Check. Fixate horizon? Check. Here we go. Whoa. I am what?
Let's see here. Let's see here. So that'd be P-I-Z-U-F? No. P-U-P-U-P. Or P-U-P-U-P. P-U-M-U-Z. P-O-M-P-U. Let's try P-U-P-U-P.
Hop up. now. I think it's working, but I can't feel my tongue. Oh, that was thing. Wow!
Alright, let's try this again now that we are nice and relaxed.
Once again, nice and easy. Da la la da da li li di di li di. Oh. Da la la da da li li di di li di. Rufus, Rufus, yeah!
Poor goal. Getting thrown all over the place. Alright, let's head to the mine bike. Okay. I think I'm gonna end the episode right here. Next time we will go to the lower station, I guess. That's our ultimate goal, and deliver gold to Cletus, and hopefully get taken to Elysium. So I'll see you guys next time on Deponia. Until then.